And a video appears to show Cam Newton involved in a fight in Atlanta. The event all supposed to help train young athletes in his hometown of Atlanta.
So sad to see, though, at a youth football game.
I know.
So, things we learned, don't mess with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
It seems like once again Cam Newton got himself into a fairly ugly situation, and it seems like this is something that's happened before. I mean, in a very similar type of setting. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all that out of the way, break! My Super Bowl picks that I made in my content with the Patrick Mahomes free square didn't hit, but the one that I posted onto my story did hit, and you guys let me know how much money you made in my DMs. And now that the NFL season's over, we're officially directing our attention to the NBA. I give away my picks for free at the Flight Mike on Instagram, and right now when you sign up for Prize Picks, use promo code FlightMike to get up to a $100 deposit match when you sign up on Prize Picks. Or you can just use my link in the description down below. And thank you, Prize Picks, for the sponsor. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? The last time we were talking about Cam Newton was when he got into this fake beef with Debo Samuel. If you remember, Debo Samuel went on K Adams' show, called out Cam Newton.
First of all, Cam Newton
What do you
stopped
make
texting
of
my
that?
phone, bro. He was a fan like 2 weeks ago. Like, that's mad crazy. Like, you wanted me on your podcast after talking about my quarterback, which is funny to me.
Cam Newton responded saying that he doesn't have Debo Samuel's number.
You must stop the cap, bro. Now, my point is this. You said something like, Cam, stop calling my phone. Like, well, I don't got your number.
And we all eventually found out that this was just a prank orchestrated by a bunch of kids to troll Debo Samuel. And the way they did it was absolutely hilarious. They texted Debo Samuel in the font that Cam Newton is notorious for texting and tweeting in. And it seems like Debo Samuel ate it up, eventually even calling these kids.
Yeah, bro, it's been a minute. I was hoping to connect with you, bro. I mean, we got some boys that look up to you, you know what I mean?
What's going on?
Nothing, bro. I mean, I was just hoping to talk. I mean, I don't know if you're busy right now, but I mean, I was just honestly calling to, whatever you got for the...
But since then, Cam Newton has been on record multiple times calling Brock Purdy a game manager.
Lamar Jackson, obviously Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, but Brock, they're not winning because of him.
He's not turning the ball over.
He's managing the game. And if we were to put that in its own right as game managers, Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, Jared Goff, and really, Dak Prescott.
And he would even double down on this right before the Super Bowl.
And if you really want to just be honest, if you add in the defensive talent and you add in the offensive talent, Brock Purdy is the 10th best player on this team. Okay, cool. Did he have a great game? Yes. Is he been playing out of his mind? Yes. Is he a quarterback that's hot? Yes. But he's still the 10th best player on his team.
Now, for those of you guys wondering why Cam Newton would do such a thing, it's because he has a podcast now, and there's no better way to clout yourself up on a podcast than by making egregious hot takes that would get the comment section all riled up. Why? Not me! At least, not on purpose. And this isn't even a podcast anyway. So that being said, Cam Newton throughout the past has done a bunch of these little football camps, primarily as a means of giving back to his community, giving back to the youth, trying to pass on the torch. And honestly, I think it's a very admirable thing for him to do, considering the fact that he doesn't really need to create these football camps. Financially, he's just doing okay. He's seen more money than most of humanity ever will in their lives, including myself. So the fact that he's taken time out of his day to do these camps is very admirable. So Cam Newton held an invitation-only camp and tournament over the weekend in Atlanta. The event was organized by Weeball Sports, an apparel and sports media company, and Cam Newton runs C1N, which is a youth sports organization that sponsored a team in the tournament. And during this event, Cam Newton, who is very easily identifiable here because he's wearing one of his trademark Cam Newton hats, was getting grabbed and attacked by 2 or 3 people before camp staffers and security officers had to step in to break it up. And I felt like this altercation was so comical and a little sad. Comical in the sense that if you see Cam Newton running around in real life, the last thing you're ever gonna think to do is try to fight a 6'5", 270-pound man. But it seems like these individuals had another plan in mind. Now, this isn't the first time something strange broke out at Cam Newton's camp. I mean, there was that one time where a kid called him a free agent and disrespected his career a few years ago.
You're a free agent. You're a free agent. Rich. You're a free agent. You about to be pulled. I'm rich. You about to be pulled. I'm rich. You about to be pulled. I'm rich. You're a free agent. I'm rich. You're a free agent. I'm rich. He's a free agent. Where your daddy is? Let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your dad. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. You're a free agent. Talk to. Let me. Where's your dad? Where's your pop?
And then more recently, about a year ago, a kid once again started talking trash to Cam Newton, and Cam Newton would bring up his bank account while making one of the funniest gestures I think I've ever seen around a little kid.
No, you let me. Yes. I'm not. Wait, tell me about it. Show me a picture. Show me a picture. I got an autograph. How many rings you got? 9. I got a question. 9. Oh shit. We got the same one of those. And no, but we don't got the same bank account. Famous to be acting like that. No, don't play the victim now.
At the end of the day, I think what's happening to Cam really sucks, especially if you're trying to give back to your community. And I feel like a person with Cam Newton's resume, although he never won a Super Bowl, although he only has 1 MVP, at the same time, I feel like he deserves a lot of respect for the NFL career he's had, because he was absolutely electric when he was playing football for the Carolina Panthers. Is he good enough to be a starting QB in the NFL now? I don't really think so. To be a backup QB in the NFL right now? Maybe, possibly. I feel like he's a little bit too controversial and too much of a distraction to be a backup QB in the NFL. And if you need proof of this, just look at all of the recent incidents surrounding him. They're not like Antonio Brown level incidents, but at the same time, they are incidents and distractions, which is why some teams won't want to bring in Cam Newton as a backup. But at the same time, he's had a great career. He's made a lot of money. He made it to a Super Bowl. Yes, he's famous for not jumping on a fumble during said Super Bowl, and he's entertained us for a decade, and he seems to still be entertaining us. I just wonder how he's always in this situation where he's getting into an altercation whenever he holds some of these youth camps. I mean, Cam, I think it might be time to find a different way to give back to your community if this is happening to you each and every single time you're hosting a youth camp. I mean, if you take a look at this altercation, I don't really think it's that serious, but I think it's absolutely hilarious, especially some of the stuff that people are pointing out. I mean, like, look at Cam Newton here. He looks like he's smiling through it, absolutely unfazed. And how could you be fazed after playing professional football at Cam Newton's stature? Now, Shannon Sharp made a very interesting point on how Peyton Manning and Eli Manning never got into these situations whenever they hosted camps, and they've been hosting camps for 20 plus years. Yet you have Cam Newton getting into some sort of incident in each and every camp that he holds. At the end of the day, I think Cam deserves a lot more respect for trying to give back to his community, even though something seems to happen at each and every single one of his camps. I really wonder what led up to the altercation as well, but regardless, man, this is a person that's trying to give back to his community. He shouldn't be getting attacked, and I really want to know who's delusional enough to try to attack a 6'5", 270-pound behemoth of a man in Cam Newton. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this, man. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.